Emily Hudson had always cherished the quiet simplicity of life in Ebbing, a quaint town tucked away amidst the rolling hills of Virginia. Her world revolved around her loving husband Paul, their energetic son Jack, and their darling daughter Anna. But one uneventful night, her world shattered. Paul, Jack, and Anna disappeared without a trace, their beds undisturbed, their personal effects untouched. The town's tiny police force, headed by Sheriff Davis, was flummoxed. Search parties were dispatched, flyers were distributed, but to no avail. The Hudson family had simply vanished. Emily was left behind, her life in ruins, her heart aching with loss. Days turned into weeks, but Emily's nightmare was just beginning. One sunny afternoon, while she was nursing her sorrow in the park, she saw Jack. Her heart leapt. She ran towards him, her eyes filled with tears, her hands reaching out to touch her lost son. But he looked at her with vacant eyes, turned around, and walked away. Emily followed him until he disappeared into the abandoned semi-unloading station at the edge of the town. Every day after that, she saw a new doppelganger. First Jack, then Anna, reading quietly at the library. Paul, striding confidently down Main Street. And then others, friends and acquaintances, their replicas moving with an eerie, mechanical grace, their eyes vacant. Each encounter was a stab to Emily's heart. She watched them, trailing them from a distance, observing their daily routine. And every evening, they would all converge at the semi-unloading station. Haunted by these encounters, Emily knew she had to uncover the truth. Her fear battled her curiosity, but her desperation for answers won. She decided to venture into the semi-unloading station. One stormy evening, armed with a flashlight and a pocket knife, she slipped through the rusty gates of the station. The massive warehouse loomed in the darkness, silent and foreboding. She entered, her footsteps echoing in the vast space. Her flashlight beam danced over the dusty crates and pallets until it landed on a chilling sight. Against the far wall stood the doppelgängers, perfectly still, their eyes vacant. Emily's heart pounded in her chest as she fumbled with her phone, dialing the sheriff's office. As she frantically explained her situation to the dispatcher, the doppelgängers began to move. Their movements were mechanical, yet synchronized, like soldiers marching to a silent drum. Emily's blood turned cold. She dropped her phone and ran, the doppelgängers giving chase. Their heavy footsteps echoed in the vast warehouse, a terrifying symphony that fueled Emily's fear. She burst into the rainy night just as the sheriff's car skidded to a halt. She fell into Sheriff Davis's arms, her body shaking, her voice reduced to terrified whispers. The police entered the warehouse, their guns drawn, their faces masked by fear and disbelief. The doppelgängers had returned to their places, standing still, staring blankly. They didn't react as the officers approached them, their guns pointless against these alien beings. The following weeks were a blur of activity. Forensic teams from the federal government descended on Ebbing. The doppelgängers were found to be carbon-based life forms, a chilling blend of the familiar and the alien. Their resemblance to humans was uncanny, yet their internal structure was unlike anything ever seen. Emily's grief was compounded by the shocking revelations. Her family, her friends, her town were being replaced, one by one. The doppelgängers were an invasion force, silent and stealthy, their intent unfathomable. Emily's pain of losing her family was now laced with the terror of an unprecedented invasion. The doppelgängers were removed from Ebbing under the cover of night, their destination undisclosed. The town was left to deal with the aftermath. Fear and suspicion shrouded Ebbing like a thick fog, tinging every interaction, casting long shadows on every familiar face. Ebbing had lost its innocence, its peace replaced by a lingering dread. Emily, once a joyful mother and a loving wife, was now a woman haunted by her memories and the chilling sight of the replicated beings. Every corner of the town reminded her of her lost family. Every face in the crowd made her heart skip a beat, wondering if it was real or replicated. She often stood outside the semi-unloading station, its silence now more ominous than ever. She thought about the invasion, the silent takeover, and how she had been the only one to notice it. She wondered about the fate of her family, and the chilling possibility of the doppelgängers returning. Emily's story spread, first through the town, then the county, and soon, the nation. Conspiracy theories ran wild, and Ebbing became a hub for alien enthusiasts and fearmongers. The town's tranquility was shattered, its anonymity stripped away. Emily found herself at the center of this whirlwind. She was hailed as a hero, a brave woman who had uncovered an alien invasion. But these accolades offered her no comfort. Her family was gone, her peaceful life disrupted forever. As the years passed, Emily remained in Ebbing, a silent sentinel watching for any signs of the doppelgängers' return. She dedicated her life to uncovering the truth about the invasion, her family's fate, and the origin of the doppelgängers. Her determination never wavered. Her courage never faltered. The abandoned semi-unloading station stood as a haunting reminder of Ebbing's encounter with the unknown, a chilling testament to Emily's tragic loss and the unseen invasion. The nightmare of Ebbing was over, but its echo would linger on, a chilling tale whispered on hushed nights, a grim legend carried on the winds of time. Emily's story, and the story of Ebbing, would never be forgotten. The scars of the unseen invasion were etched deep, a silent yet potent reminder of the night when the familiar turned alien, and the unseen became visible. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more true scary stories.